Welcome to another after show for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. It's going down tonight. We have a special guest in the building. Plus, we're dishing on all the tea. Moniece is keeping her enemies close. Lyrica's blocking her man. And today, the tea's personal, honey. Keep it locked right here.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I got it from Princess, you guys. I'm looking for someone to thank.
Not over here.
She looking over there.
We're gonna have a great show. You already know what's going down because my girls, Lanisha and Rakaya.
Verkaya, you said it right. You got it right.
Plus,
you got it right.
Plus a dope artist from LA and the cast member of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Micky Munday, the one and only, is up in here.
Goddamn right.
Already getting started. Okay.
Oh yes, we are ready for the action. So I just want to know you guys' overall thoughts. But before we get into that, I just want to let everyone know we're going to do a review of the episode. Then we're going to get some news and gossip and interview Micky about what he has going on in his life. Okay.
Yes.
So ladies, take it away. What are your overall thoughts of the episode?
Woo, the shade. You were saying messy.
Yes, but this is what I said the last show that we did, is that I expected a lot of mess. And it definitely didn't disappoint for the second episode of Season 6, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I was excited to kind of see the different stories unfold. I was not expecting for Moniece to want to go on tour with Apryl. The baby mama tour. That is beyond me. But yeah, this episode is exactly what I expected and then some. So I'm excited to continue to see what's going on. K. Michelle, that story, I want to see where that goes with her love for these little babies she wants to have so bad.
Okay.
And I'm excited to be Micky Munday.
What do you think about what you saw tonight? Because you're about to get in the mix very soon because you're a new cast member. What do you think about your cast?
Yeah, it was interesting. You know, it's a tough line. You know, you got Fizz and Apryl, and Fizz and Omarion obviously were in a group, and now so Omarion and Apryl were together, so now their kids are around Fizz, and then
you putting it together.
Fizz and Fizz and Moniece have a child together, so now their kid is around her, so it's tricky, and it's hard for me because I've been friends with Moniece and Drew, Lil Fizz for many years, for 12, 13 years. So since we were teenagers, they're a little older than me, but I've known them for just a long time. So it's weird because they both my friends. So to try to, because I be talking to both of them and I'm like, yo, y'all can't.
What is that conversation like when you talk to them?
I literally just always try to tell them man, y'all gotta try to find some happy medium and try to find something, because at the end of the day, y'all kids are starting to get grown enough to where it's they gonna see this shit, and it's it ain't, I don't know how it's, I'll just be I don't want it to affect their kids. I'm not saying it will, but and Fizz is a really level-headed person. Moniece be tucked up, you know what I mean?
Do you think so? Because he's not level-headed doing what he's doing with Apryl. I'm sorry.
But he's a calmer person. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But you still can be calm and messy now.
No, you can. Because Moniece is a smart woman as well. So it's she's gonna read through anything she sees anything she thinks is BS. You know what I mean? So it's she's definitely gonna point it out if it's a tricky situation. You know what I mean? It's a tricky situation to be in the middle of too, because I've shot a lot with the both of them, and then in actual real life I hang out with them. So it's even I always try to talk to them
that would be awkward for me.
So it's tricky.
Yeah, I just want to give my overall thought really quick. I just want to say I just love how Apple was going hard for her friend, because that's the kind of friend I need. If on site, when you see little Summer, whatever her name is, and she messing with my man or whoever the Summer Bunny is, the hot girl Summer. Check her immediately.
But do you think that was doing too much though?
There's a time and a place.
It's one thing to rock with your friend, but to be out here rah over the top, do you think that was doing too much? All of you.
Do you think that affected how, when we see later in the episode when Lyrica showed up and it just automatically was Summer Bunny was ready to jump on her?
Well, I mean,
and be mad at her
situation though. It was already heated because when they first were introduced to one another, Summer Bunny started spitting spitting her little bars, and then the reaction bars that you got from Apple was like, well,
no. I mean, when she saw Lyrica later on in the episode.
I know, but I'm saying they came from like a heated situation already.
Exactly.
So to go from that, and then like it already skewed how they saw each other. So, but the next time they're gonna see each other, of course, they're gonna square up. But my thing is like, okay, at what point? I'm losing the ring. At what point? Are you like, okay, I'm rocking for my friend, but I'm not like, because they're artists too, and you have to protect your reputation. So, don't you think she was doing a little bit too much? Like,
yes, Yo-Yo thought she was doing too much too, but we'll get into it later. First of all, we see that Moniece and Apryl, they're still sitting and talking about the whole situation, and they come to a agreement to apologize. Well, Moniece apologizes.
I was about to say,
Apryl accepted the apology. I didn't even, that came left field. I thought it was like about to be something thrown at someone.
At first, I was thinking like, this is too easy. Either Moniece has something planned for Apryl,
That's the case.
or like, or like I was just like, Moniece, why are you apologizing to her? Why?
Yeah, because I just remember when her and Fizz's other girlfriend, the first girlfriend he had, I forgot her name, and she grabbed her by the hair and just slammed her head on the table. I remember that, so I thought that was going to happen. Because they were sitting at the table across from each other. That's what I was thinking.
When she's like, I told you not to. I know which one.
Listen, again, it's so much. Well, let me ask you this, Mickey. When you coming in as an artist, and you're like, what made you say, okay, I want to do Love and Hip Hop? What made you agree to this? Was it just the exposure for you as an artist, for people to get to know you on a personal level? Because it's like a thin line. You got to think it is a drama reality TV. Yeah, so what were your thoughts going into it?
Well, this is like the third season they asked me to do it. Okay. Yeah, originally I was gonna be on here 2 seasons ago.
All right.
And I wound up going on tour, and my management at the time, was just selling me on certain things that we were gonna do, and they just didn't think it was the right time. And then last year I was gonna do it, and I was out of the country. I was doing shows with Akon, and then this year, me and my boy right there, Kane, we was just like, man, why the hell we keep passing up on this? It's like, it's ours, it's a platform, it's whatever you do with the platform. If you, one of the things the production always tell me, they like, man, you got, great looks because you really do music. Your shit really on here is about music.
Yeah, Record Hollywood.
And I definitely checked out your Instagram, and I see the moves that you're making, but we're going to get into Apple Watts and how she's using the platform. She's back, raising her kids. She had to send one of her older kids to her sister's home because, the hood life isn't so friendly sometimes. And she's becoming Yo-Yo's protege, which is a blessing, She's a pioneer in hip-hop and 30 years in the business, so... Yeah. If she sees something in you, that must be something right there. And she was looking fly in her Dollhouse camo jacket. Shout out to Dollhouse Los Angeles. I have to give her shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yo-Yo is one of the customers because I actually got to meet Yo-Yo in the store, so that's how I know Yo-Yo. So she'll be here soon too.
Dope.
Yeah. So the School of Hip Hop, she's helping up and coming artists. She's helping Apple Watts. And also helping the community of Compton. She's opening up a school and utilizing the STEM program, so that's pretty dope.
She being very positive, and might I say I love her and Apple's relationship because I know it was probably hard for Apple to trust anybody, especially after last season. With the whole father not father scandal.
Right.
Like I would not trust anybody at that point. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust nobody.
It's a lot. It's hard to trust people in the industry because everybody's looking for a come up or trying to seize that opportunity or whatever it is. Like Apple, I see where she's coming from. I get her. I don't always agree with how she reacts to things, but I can see where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Because it is very hard to trust people in the industry, and it's really dope that Yo-Yo is like, hey, I want to bring that sisterhood, that friendship, and that mentorship to Apple and like other artists. You have a lot of people like 1500 and Nothing, like a lot of the people that are doing things for the community, which is like super dope. So it's great to have some type of positivity in the midst of all this calamity going on.
And I think Yo-Yo is going to give her good advice on how to handle that type of situation because it was heated. I get the loyalty. I love that Apple rocks for a friend, but there is a time and a place.
Yeah. So, Mickey, is there anyone who took you under their wing, kind of like how Yo-Yo did with...
Hell no.
So you had to get it out the mud? You had to do it on your own?
Man, listen. This is all this. Like, shit, this is all me and my boys. Shit, we just did it all ourselves. I mean, it's been opportunities in the past, but they don't pan out. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I've been doing music for so long. I started battle rapping. Like, I'm a real, like, lyrical rapper. I mean, I make these catchy songs now, but, like...
Yeah.
Do you feel like you had to change your style? Is that kind of what made you go into that? I wouldn't
say change style. It's just like you have to be well-rounded. Just like anything else. If you're a basketball player, like you better if you could shoot, pass, dribble, rebound, and defend. You know, if you could just shoot, people be like, oh, you're just a shooter.
Right. That's real.
So it's like you got to be able to do everything. Like I'm like, oh, okay, I got to learn how to be melodic. And I feel like rap's always been melodic, even from Slick Rick days and the Snoop Dogg days and stuff. You know, SNOOPD, like all that stuff.
Don't forget about Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. So you know, at the end of the day, it's like then I start writing records with singers, and then I got tired of like trying to fit. Like always, like, oh fuck, can I cuss?
You been cussing? Go ahead.
Okay, I cannot though. I know how to. I got a daughter, so I could not cuss.
Oh, okay.
But you know, it's like I'd be like, oh man, I always got to get somebody to come sing these records to like get them out. And I was like, oh, I'm just start figuring out how to sing myself. And then it's just becoming just molding yourself better and being better at your craft at the end of the day.
Well, I know they showed some previews when I believe it was YoYo that was talking to you and saying, how do you feel being a non-black artist in hip hop? And I love what you said. You were like, well, I don't have a problem with it. Do they have a problem with it?
Like, that's such an old ass question. I don't mean no disrespect by that, but like, I'm like, really?
And you get it all the time, basically.
Not really no more.
Oh, really?
Like back in the day, because I've really been rapping before it was like cool to rap. So it's like.
But she's a little older, so she may not have known.
Because we got like the John B's and he can sing.
And I don't mean that as like, I don't mean it like YoYo's old, because I went to YoYo school a couple times when it used to be in LA. It used to be like on like 89th and Normandy when I was like a kid. Like, and I used to go over there.
What was that experience like?
Well, I just used to go over there and try to talk to girls and stuff, but like I never like used to go. I used to go up there with my homegirl, Lady G. Her name Jizzle. Like she crazy rapper artist. She like Diddy right here. She wrote a lot of records, but we used to just go up there. Like she fuck with YoYo, so like we go up there and I rap and stuff like that. But I love YoYo. I'm just saying like that's like a question I haven't been asked in a while. That's why I mean like that. I'm like, really, people still like. It's like,
I think the whole thing that she was trying to get out there when she talks to the up and coming artists is that she wants to help people, whatever they need help with. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I think that's what she's trying to do.
I can't help being white.
Correct.
Well, come on, put me in
Listen, we got Eminem. Why not?
Can Apple help being crazy? Because that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to get Apple to calm down.
You can help that though.
Yeah.
You can't. Unless I go sit in the sun, this is not changing. Like,
but this is the thing. So Apple's going in on the Summer Bunny girl, and it's she realizes that this is the girl A1 has been being with, and the one that's making Lyrica sad, and that's her friend. So she automatically goes in. I think she did go kind of hard, but I mean, I want friends that go hard for me.
I don't want to hear that rap.
I'm not saying that rap. Y'all not getting me to say that rap on camera.
I love how she just freestyled on her.
No, it was because she did it, but I'm not even gonna lie. I don't feel bad for Summer Bunny.
Exactly.
Because it's like, and every single time her response to things were tears. But it's like, you can't come in and wreak havoc and be thumping and bumping on somebody else's man and then be like, oh my God, y'all don't understand me. Close
not
legs
even
and we can
that
talk
part.
to you. Like, it's just certain things I just can't really relate with. But my thing is, it's like, a lot of people get on here because they see like the Cardi B's. Well, granted, Cardi B already had like a following before Love and Hip Hop. So a lot of people, and artists see this as a great opportunity, which it can be. But when you're like Apple, and I know she keeps saying like, I'm too real, I'm too this. Okay, well, tone it down so that people can understand you. Don't change it, but take a different approach. And like with Summer, she's saying she's an artist too, but the world's introduced to you, as
a homewrecker.
Exactly, a homewrecker. And my thing is, it's just like you got to rewrite the narrative. You can't come on here.
And you could do it quickly because the internet, you could have the worst things said about you ever, and that might just get you popping, and 2 weeks later they forgot what was bad about you and you put out something dope and they just own it.
But my thing is, do I really believe the tears? Because didn't she record herself or talking to A1.
Exactly.
So you clearly wanted to be in the blogs. You clearly want to be a part of this. So I don't feel bad for your tears because you wanted this to happen.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be.
Y'all wanted me to bring her up here with me.
I do, and I want her.
Listen.
No, I still want her to come up here because we have questions. We want to know because we all gonna have men one day, and we don't want nobody trying to steal our man.
And we see what we see on TV, and this is a good opportunity for you to set the record straight.
Yeah,
this free platform.
Set the record
Summer
straight.
Bunny, if you want to come here and set the record straight, come on by, and we'll hear you out.
Yes. I'm with that. I'm with that. I think it's great when there are platforms and different blogs. Some blogs, they like to still stay with the same narrative. Oh my God, homewrecker. But if you really can come and because you got to think, we're also speaking simply from the perspective of what we see on TV.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's so many other variables. So my opinion is strictly based off of that, which is going to be slightly biased. But my thing is, it's like, if this is what's being portrayed, and I get it, production sometimes cuts things and change things.
I wasn't there. So.
Right. So it would be great to hear the actual perspective. But I'm like this, if you married, you got a girl, any of that, hell to the no. I ain't touching, talking, looking at you. We gonna keep this strictly business. Yeah. And it sucks too, because you have women that really do try to sleep their way to the top. Oh, and it's just, it's not gonna work. Yeah. It ain't gonna last, at least. That's what I think.
Well, thank you guys so much for making us the ESP and a TV Talk. We really love you guys for engaging with us and commenting, liking, subscribing. If you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure you give us a 5-star rating. If you're listening on Spotify, show us some love and just keep engaging with us. We appreciate you. And you guys, how do you feel about AfterBuzz?
I absolutely love it. I'm excited to be back. I was working on another show before that, so it's so great to have a platform where I can, mix in my love of music and my shows that I love to watch at home. So thank you guys so much for supporting us and allowing us to have this platform and tuning in, giving us your comments, your critiques, all of that. Stay connected with us. Make sure you follow each and every one of us, including the artists that we have here, support their music and different projects they got going on. And thank you so much to AfterBuzz TV so much. I'm excited to be here.
All right. If you're in the live chat, make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know what you want to ask Micky Munday. We'll get it right there for you. So we're going to get right into Lyrica meeting up with her friend Sia, because the tea drops from Jason Lee. He doesn't wait. He doesn't hesitate. He puts it out there. He's breaking up homes. Lyrica's sad and needs to be consoled. And her friend, another friend that's riding for their friend, she flew all the way from ATL, Sia. Okay. That's how you're supposed to do for your friends when they hurting and sad.
One that will take a flight for you and come all the way out just because you heard it. That's a real friend.
Yeah, okay. I think I like the way she handled that. She just came out and was there for a friend. I was actually excited to see a different side of Lyrica in that moment, because you saw how vulnerable she was as a mom in going through that. And she was just talking about how she felt like she always had to prove herself, wear her hair a certain way, do this and do that. And speaking of hair, this is like your thing. I've known you. I knew you first for your hair. Oh. So is this like your signature look? Like, how did you come into your own and found out what your style was as an artist?
From my hair, you say?
Well, I'm saying from your hairstyle, everything, just period overall.
I mean, I guess just growing and dressing and being like, oh, I like that style. Because I could literally get up, pick out an outfit, put it on, look in the mirror, take it off, go to sleep. And be like, yeah, that outfit hard. I just like dressing. I like fashion. So I just like saucing.
You gotta stand out as an artist, right?
Yeah. So and then my hair, I had a friend. Well, I had long hair when I was younger, and I cut it off when I was like 9, and then I had curls until I was like 16 or something, and then I cut all my hair off because I had a friend. Damn, what was her name? I forgot her name. But she had a brother. He had long curly hair, and I remember like we used to hang out. I was like 16. I used to be like, damn man, your hair hard. Like that's how my hair used to be. He was like, you should grow your hair back out. I was like, all right. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna cut all my hair off because I never had short hair. Because I was like, I'm probably never gonna cut my hair once I grow it back out. So I cut all my hair off. I had like designs, little buzz for like a couple months, and then I ain't cut my hair since.
How long has it been?
Like 12 years.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get into the interview portion later into the show. But I just want to get into how, Princess said she also caught Ray when she was pregnant. You know what I mean? And, they're consoling each other. But it's like, do we as women have to go through that if we're dating someone in the industry or just a celebrity.
Do we have to?
You don't have to put up.
No, and we shouldn't. Okay, we shouldn't have to put up with it. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care what part. If you are married, or having a person's kid, or you're in a relationship, it should just be that.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because you got to give us a guy's perspective. And being in a relationship and being in the industry, everybody got the fattest ass, smallest waist, newest sitting, high titties. Oh. So all of that, it comes slim, thick, all of them. Now, do you think, is it hard to resist temptation in this industry?
Hell yeah.
I believe it.
So now, so how do you resist that temptation, and just kind of?
I don't.
No. Oh God, I'm scared.
I thought you was in love.
No. Oh, now.
Yes, now.
Oh, you meant before.
No, I'm talking about right now. You're in a relationship.
There you go. I was Mr.
He said you gotta be more specific. More specific. Now we're in this time frame.
My pants back up. I'm sorry.
Yes, with you being in a relationship, how do you resist temptation?
Well, my girl likes girls, so I just kind of try to convince her, what do you think of her? So it's
okay.
Yeah. So
you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, my girl's super popular, so it's girls just like her. So it's I really don't even really have to do anything anymore. She tell me oh babe, what you think of her? But I mean, it's not what we do all the time. But I mean, it's hard to resist. But then when you love somebody, it's
So are you suggesting that we do that threesomes to help our men not cheat? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm wondering back
wish I had
the management team is agreeing as well.
Well, I'm gonna write this note down.
I'm not writing it down. I got whips and chain, but that's it.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. No, think about this. Exactly. Spicy. I'm not saying do this all the time, even though I do kind of think it would be cool to have 2 girlfriends, 2 girls in the same house.
What's his name's doing it? Blueface. He got 2 girlfriends.
Okay, that's cool. It's just you do stuff and you do stuff with somebody, and if you live with somebody, you're around this person all day, every day, 24 hours a day. Sometimes it gets to the point where it's well, what can you do? You know what I mean? What can you do new? What can you do spunky to spice up your relationship? So sometimes, maybe. But the key to it is you got to make sure your girl still feels like it's something y'all doing together. You know what I mean? She can't feel all right, my girl can't feel like I'm fucking both of them. Mm-hmm. It has to be we're fucking her.
Mm. Okay.
That way it's not it's not a switch of power. You know what I'm saying? Because relationship is all about balance. It's all about, I always tell my girl, because my girl's very, she dated a lot of girls before and stuff. She's very, she's a young, rich girl already. She's 22 years old. She's rich already. So it's she's very used to wearing the pants in a relationship. So, I always tell her, let's just be even. I don't need to be more than you. You don't need to be more than me. Let's just be on a level ground and let's be balanced with each other and let's just have that mutual respect. So it's that helps. At least me. I know everybody else, it's to each his own in that department. But I think, why not? Go pick a girl or get one of your best friends that's not gonna act weird after. You know what I mean?
My best friend would act weird after.
Well, don't bring her then.
But with you saying all of that, because Lyrica was talking about how A1 was how she did everything for A1 and doing everything for a man. So vice versa, would you do something to change up to make your woman happy?
I feel like a weird ass question was coming after that. I don't know.
Because what would you do to keep it spicy?
Because I feel like women, we do stuff like this.
What was that?
Chain it on. We wear chains and stuff. And we do everything to spice up the relationship. We get another girl or we spice up something, So what would you do as a man, to spice up the relation?
Well, I mean, my girl likes girls, so I mean, it's kind of a mutual spice. You know what I mean?
That's not the only thing.
Well, I don't know. Give me an example. I'm
something else.
Well, I think something else. Well, for me, the part is where because I've been in a relationship where I lost myself because I was so worried about what he wanted and this and that. I think that's another thing too, is you have to really be so secure in who you are.
Yeah.
Like, period. And then on top of that, you're an artist. So you need to know how you are with if you don't do music at all, and also in your music as well. So that whoever comes into your space, like, they add to that. They don't take away from it. And then you're able to really separate between the person that's trying to take away from it and change you, as a whole, versus like, oh, I'm trying to add to what you already got. Like, Beyonce is Beyonce, period. Jay-Z is Jay-Z, period. Together, they're an incredible, couple.
Empire.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I tell my girl that all the time. I'm like, listen, we're gonna be a power couple. Like, people gonna be like, I love them. Well, like, all our pictures, like when she posts me and I post her, like, together, they get the most likes. Like, people like us.
They love. We love love.
That is so dope.
And we like a weird ass, odd looking couple, like rock
but
star.
It works though.
No, it super works.
I love
it.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
And like her people like it. Her fans like it, you know what I mean? And then the people that interact on her page is crazy. Like Erykah Badu be commenting on our pictures.
Yeah, I was
introduced
to her from Fenty. Like, her look is so incredible. Now, let me ask you this. So, what set her apart? Obviously, her looks, and she's absolutely beautiful.
Girl, we're going to talk about it later. We're going to talk about the show first, and then we're going to do the interview. I know we so excited to talk about
Micky Munday just fucking
We got to get to the show first, then we'll get into Mickey, because I got the same questions, honey. Black China gets in the studio with Britney. Moniece is invites Apryl to the studio. What do we think about these sessions and what's going on? Because Moniece is talking about how she want to do the Sister Wives tour, and Apryl's willing to think about it. I'm just like, girl, you're just doing anything to get a song made.
You saying Moniece is?
No, I'm talking about
Apryl.
She's there for the opportunity. Black China, she's a little, scared to get on the mic. She's nervous, and Britney
Rightfully
is encouraging her, and what she's listening to, the beats is banging. I'm like, girl, where you get your beats from? So Britney is one to work with. What do you think about these studio sessions? Have you worked with any of them?
Britney, my dog. Britney's extremely talented.
I love her.
Yeah, Britney, she can sing crazy. She can rap crazy. She writes.
Shout out to Britney B.
Britney's very, very talented. Britney's very talented.
I'm excited to see what Black China is going to do in the studio.
That's what I'm saying. You think she'll be a good coach for China?
Yeah, she is.
I think definitely.
It was just I have my own studio, and they was working in one of the rooms, a couple rooms down, a couple nights ago. What they was doing sound good.
Yeah,
I think the platform.
Right. And like Britney B was saying, she has a story. Like, I can respect, as an artist myself, I like to have people that have a story that they want to tell, and they take it seriously.
Yes.
I can't stand the gimmicky artists that are like, oh, I just stumbled into it. When you have people like yourself that have been on the grind for years.
That's exactly what Britney was saying when she was meeting up
with Apryl.
With Apryl and Moniece at her listening session. So she was basically, K. Michelle and Britney were kind of throwing Apryl shade, like, girl, are you really an artist? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Apryl was throwing Britney some shade. Like, all Britney was trying to do was catch your vibe. She actually told you that she signs artists, so clearly she's, like, looking into you.
Right. And then she said, well, everybody's opinion not important. And I'm like, why would you say that?
Apryl, like, what?
Well, I think the thing is with me, because, like, the record that we know Apryl for is a diss record. Now, would you put out a diss record first? I feel like that, like,
if it worked, 50 Cent, How to Rock, got him popular. Shit.
Yeah.
Your shit gotta be. I never heard the song though. I never heard the song, and that's no disrespect to Apryl, because I like Apryl. I really don't have a problem with anybody on the damn show. You know what I'm saying?
Keep that saying that.
But I just haven't heard it. But if your shit popping, like I said, 50 Cent. I mean, you said that immediately came to mind. How to Rob. He talked about robbing everybody.
Listen, nobody was safe.
More than one person.
So what do you think about what Britney was telling Apryl as far as like, just trying to get to know her as an artist, if she would be a good fit as one of her artists that she would be the A&R for? Because it seemed like Apryl was just very defensive and not really open to listening.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes when you look at somebody, you're like, wait, are you my age or am I older than you? You know what I mean? You be like, you kind of just like get in your defensive mode. And I think that's everybody, you know what I mean? You gotta have a tough shell in this, especially when time goes on. Like timing, I say this all the time, like timing breeds doubt. That's one thing about timing, it breeds doubt, because a lot of people be like, oh, I got this 6-month plan, I got this 3-year plan, I got this 5-year plan. All right, but what if it take 8 years or 10 years or 12 years?
Yeah.
Like, you gonna still have that same confidence you was thinking you had when you was first starting, and you thought it was gonna happen tomorrow? Yeah. You know what I mean? Every when you first start doing music, everybody think the next record's the one.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Do you remember the first record that you ever did?
Yeah, I'm sure it was horrible. You know what I mean?
You know what else is horrible? Apryl in the kitchen with her silk pajamas on, cooking breakfast for Fizz.
Misconversation.
And then Fizz acting like nothing going on.
Yeah, no, he saw what was going on. He saw the booty. Talking about, I can see everything.
My question is
that thing was hanging.
That thing is
dragging it wagging.
It was out.
yeah, but every season, don't you normally notice that Fizz is at a woman's house? Staying at a woman's house. Okay. He living there. He living with it.
Fizz got bread though.
But why do he think Omarion
He
won't
getting
talk to
the
him?
best
He
of
talking
both
about
worlds.
Omarion won't talk to me. Why you think? And then
I think he violated bro code.
He definitely did, and so Omarion is not playing that. He put it in the declaration of what is going on between him and Apryl, and he's going to court behind his. He got the receipts.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That affair.
Do you think he's inconveniencing Apryl by doing this, or do you think he's doing the right thing, Omarion?
Well, what is
It's so
April
much
doing
that
on her
goes into
end?
it. Like I just. And I know you rock with both of them, but still, I don't like the whole situation. My thing is, it's just like, and then when the conversation got serious about them moving in together, it's like, what the happy hell? Y'all don't need to be moving in nowhere. Like, you need to get your own, and you have your own. Like, it's already a messy situation as it is, and they just keep on adding more fuel to the fire each episode with smiling and cackling and fizzy girl.
It's tough though. How do you? If you hang out with somebody and you've hung out with somebody for years and then y'all start hanging out alone and y'all get closest, you can't. How you tell somebody, oh, don't have feelings for me? It's tough. You know what I'm saying? You can't really control how you feel about somebody.
But that's also when you're living with somebody.
Well, they're not holding it though. They're like, no, we're not kissing. No, we're not sleeping together.
I think that's the only part that's tricky. That's why I always call it tricky. I'm like, I don't like, hey, do who you want to do. You know what I mean? But yes, it's tricky, and what make it tricky is that, you know, I guess whatever they not admitting it. I don't know.
Okay, how would you feel if you were Omarion?
There you go.
I mean, see, it's weird because, you know, like I know Fizz, and you know, I know like the little inner stuff of like what supposedly Omarion did to the group and X, Y, and Z.
No, I'm kidding.
You know, I mean,
I want to know.
Take his girl.
But they were together. Omarion, they put
But here's the thing: would you?
She was his girl
How
at
would
one
you
point.
feel though if one of your boys, someone you was tight with, came after your girl?
I mean, but it's like years later. I mean, it's weird because it's like, listen, they not friends. They not friends.
They in a group together.
I don't care.
They're not in a
It's too
group
much.
together no more. They
It
just had a
is too
reunion tour.
much. Listen, I feel like there's.
I'm not saying it's right. Though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying to each his own.
There's so much other punani he could have went after, and so much other dick prints she could have went after. I just feel like it's just like that's someone you got money with, you have history with, you already got the craziness with Rasby, you know, in the group, and he always going off every chance he get. And then it's like it's a messy situation. I feel like just go elsewhere.
It got him everywhere in the blogs though.
And
it
in
got him being
commerce.
talked about all the time. We're talking about him.
So
right
do you think
now.
all publicity is good publicity?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's
And
fair.
A-Commerce Go-Getter says, leave it to Fizz, new girl every season.
Oh.
I mean, but that's most of these
I'm
people.
just saying.
House. Ladies, stop giving out your house for free rent, and you might.
An opportunity. Well, YoYo said it. YoYo said, you know, listen, YoYo said it to Apple. You won't.
Yep, that's J-Lo back there.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
shout out to
Don't
shout out
just
to
be
our
letting nobody
producer.
stay with you because they homeless. Talking about they love you.
Listen, if you really got the juice, if you got the sauce, no pasta, like you said, I think that was your song. I better know it. But if you really got the gift, you don't have to give up the goods. And YoYo said that. You don't have to try to sleep with the next person if you really have what it takes. And it's hard in this industry. I've been encountered with some bullshit too. But you don't have to go there. And I just feel like when it comes to dating, and then on top of that, your kids have been friends, you know, like, it's just too much. April,
All right,
no.
give me some dating advice to the ladies in Hollywood, Micky Munday.
He gets so close to the mic.
Not just the ones on the show, like all of us.
Yeah.
All the ladies.
If I could tell the ladies anything, this is probably the smartest thing that somebody could probably ever tell you. I'm just being real
about to be
genuine,
profound.
genuine and honest right now. I'll just tell you, like, ladies, find you a man like Micky Munday.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Mickey smell good. What's your cologne?
That's bond number 9.
He smell real good.
Now,
Get you a Micky Munday.
how would you advise your daughter you know.
J-Lo, now you know boys got cooties till they're 35. You know, it's done already. They have cooties. She said, Daddy, you still have cooties. I said, yes, I do.
You see what these ladies are going through. You know, I said, you see what these ladies are going through in Hollywood.
Yeah. You have to. My daughter is like, she's so nice and kind and good already. I believe it's like this. You have kids, you raise your kids, you put good morals, you put good ethics, you put good values, and you install that in them. When they go get out into the world, it's up to them. If my daughter want to go be a piece of shit in 10 years, then that's on her. But guess what? She's not going to be, because her mother's a great woman. Her grandma's a great woman. Her other grandma's a great woman. My dad's a great person. I'm a great person. She has nothing but a great foundation around her. So it's like, for her to ever go do that would be like, I'd be very surprised. And it is her life at some time or point. Like, you have to teach your kids how to live, what's good, what's right. If we're walking on the street, me and my daughter, and I walk on the outside, and she's walking in the inside where the traffic is, she'll stop and she'll be like, I'm not supposed to walk on this side because I've installed that in her. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't worry about that with her, because everything I've taught her in these 9 years is grooming her for how she should be treated. So,
and Slick Meat.
Me and Slick met through this girl Jordan. I was working with my boy J Rock. Shout out J Rock, Sauce God on the mix, and he was like, he told me to come to the studio. I was writing with this girl Jordan. She's a dope artist, and she just kept telling me, she was like, oh, you gotta meet my friend. Not even me. She was just like, really, she wanted Slick to come to the studio. She's like, this girl, she just won Supermodel of the Year. She's popping. Like, if she come to the studio and do a song with me or something, like, it's gonna go. Like, blah blah. And I'm like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? And she like, it's like a couple days. She like, oh, she gonna come. She never came. And then one day, we at my boy's house in the hills, and she showed up, and we just met, and we kind of just like clicked. You know what I mean? She like came, and she had like on this denim outfit and like this long off-white belt.
You better remember what she had on.
Okay.
Detail.
She had on this long off-white belt. Like, she was dressed like a gang member, like a designer gang member. You know what I mean? And I just was looking at her, and I just walked up to her. I was like, man, where you from? Like, you just standing like a gangster. She was like, I'm from Venice Beach, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, my mom from over there. She's like, oh, my mom from over there, and our mom's from the same hood. So it's like, that kind of like where we was like jokingly kind of checking each other, like it kind of broke the ice between us. And then when she left, she like asked for my number, and I kind of pulled her in.
She
when
asked
I hugged
for your
her.
number.
Oh, wait, he said he did the pulling, not the pulling.
Do guys like that with women? Like, they take that?
Yeah, whatever. Do what you gotta do. And we pulled her pelvis to pelvis. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, she want me.
When she don't slap you, that means she wants you.
Right. Tell me about working with Akon, because that's a big, huge deal. He's on the show too, make some appearances, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it not working well? I
don't work with Akon no more.
What happened?
I've been not working with Akon. I mean, Akon cool, but
I saw in the news that you were on, working, like he's talking about you on the show.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have no bad blood or nothing like that. It's just we just didn't do the things that we set out to do. And that was an unfortunate thing, because I passed up like a big opportunity to work with him. And then we had like a whole agenda, and like I passed up a lot of money. I passed up like a life-changing opportunity. And when those things didn't happen, it was like I'm the only person that really took the loss in that situation, because it's like he's still Akon, he's still a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Got
Do you regret that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed up a big opportunity. So it's like, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't think he did it on purpose. Like, I think he believed in what he told me. I think he believed I was a superstar and believed in what we was gonna do. Then he had whatever he had going. That's his personal business. I don't know.
Yeah.
To where we just didn't we didn't get a chance to do the things we said we was gonna do when we started working together. And then I just asked to be let go. He was managing me. And at the time, I'm like, well, this just is not working. And now that I passed up this situation and this money that I'm never going to be able to, that's never going to be able to happen again. I just asked to be let go, and he let me go.
Well, you're free now.
And you're doing your thing.
Yeah, that was like a year ago
making
already.
great music.
Yeah, definitely.
But I have a question for you, kind of going back to the kid. How do you balance your lovely daughter, fatherhood, and being an artist? Like, how do you manage that lifestyle?
It's tough, because like my daughter, like even the other day, like this was it's not many things I've done as a first in the daddy department, because like if anybody know me, they know like I have my daughter all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like she had a sleepover over my house with like 5, 6 of her friends from school. I've never done that before. I'm like, oh my God, these parents trust me. I'm gonna be smoking weed in the back. But like, but like, no, I'm just playing. But like, but you guys go in the other room. There's attention there. But don't come back here. No. Gin and juice, but
leave it.
But
oh my
it's
goodness.
just it's hard because it's like we had to film, so it's like I missed like damn near the whole day of like her play with her friends. Even though like my mom came and it was like really was a girl thing anyways, but I just like being there. Like I don't care if I'm watching.
That is so amazing to hear.
You know what I mean? So I came back though and I cooked dinner and like I left the set early. I'm like, listen, I told y'all I had to leave at 3. It's 6, and we're in Anaheim. You know what I mean? So it's like it's things like that where like I just always explain to her like you understand what I'm doing, right? And like you get like that this is for the better of us and all that. And she get it. You know what I mean? We do. Like her mom called me Disneyland dad, you know what I mean? So it's like we always doing something. So it's like I've been a part of her life forever. So it's like she don't really like, you know.
Yeah, and I seen that sometimes you be putting her up in your video. I love that.
Well, I gotta ask you to do something for us.
Okay.
Can you freestyle for us?
Yeah. Well, how long we got?
16 bars?
No, that's not enough.
Oh, go ahead. I'm like, let's
Well,
go
go
ahead and
the
wrap
show
this
go
out.
out. You guys, we getting a special treat right now. We got Micky Munday in the building. He about to freestyle for us. Do an acapella beat. Can you do it on acapella? All right, let's go. Show him what you got. Let's do it.
We tell him like, what if I told you I was the only one after Christ? And none shall ever, sir, come after I figure I'm really the best even after I die. I be in heaven arguing Big and Pac about who the best in the afterlife. Rap mastermind. And this is just what I do to pass the time. Like a prisoner in his cell trying to pass the time. Swear it's like I'm born on the greatest day. All I got is fingers for the haters. Real fans ain't gonna love me no matter what. I'm like the Lakers. Plus my mother nature. So the rain never bothered. But my daddy was a son. But my mother swear I'm hotter. Schooling motherfuckers, I ain't never need a locker. Plus I went looking for it, I ain't never need a problem. Yeah, real psychopath. I'm talking Michael bad. Freddy gloves, Michael mask. I'm running like my license bad. Rich boy, rock the type of ice you couldn't buy in bags. Or any cool case, you tell him it's 2 J's. And I'm still fly as a Blue Jay, and I couldn't look better in Blu-ray. You know, I want a new bitch, I take the bad one in red. You tell her I'm outside in that new whip with the jag jumping left. What is you on? Cause for the cheese, man, I be on the way like a Heat fan. I get away, vacay couple days, and I'm coming back with a mean tan. I take trips for no reason, I just don't care. We'll drop a pin on the map. I'm gonna go there. Why not? I'm in them old school high tops, Wolverine jacket and the shades off Cyclops. So who next? If not me, point him out and let's bet. Sweater got me twisted like Keith, but it's no sweat. Every day a new town, a new chick that I just met. Let me hit it and quit it without tripping, cause we just met. And anybody ask if I know, I tell her, man, we just met. And women know I don't wanna play with the kitty cat. If I could just pet, I swear it's in my blood. I go auto hard. Flow mad as grandpa checking that lotto card. But no more games, we ripping up them lotto cards. See, my house gon' need a planet, and my daughter want the stars. If your footprints on the moon, then your steps is next to ours. Swear
Oh, you killing it. He killing it. We lit up in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Love and Hip Hop and Hollywood. This is Hollywood. I've been on all of the franchises. But thank you so much for sticking with us each and every week, each and every franchise. I'm your host, Miss Conversation Piece. You can follow me on Instagram at MISS Conversation Piece. You can also check me out on Growing Up Hip Hop and Basketball Wives. And where can they find you?
I'm Lanisha, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lanisha, spelled LANISHA914. Finding me is someone like Mickey.
And you can find me on all social media platforms. Rakaya Crawford, spelled RIKAYAH. Last name Crawford, CRAWFORD. Bye, y'all. And of course, we have last but not certainly not least.
You dig? It's one way, Micky Munday. You can find me Instagram and everywhere, Micky Munday, MICKYMUNDAY. Or, you know, if you got cable or any streaming platform, you can catch me every Monday night, 8 o'clock, VH1, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
All right, we out, you guys. Peace.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.